You don't know who your real friends are until life falls apart. Picture this, it's 2 a.m. You're in a hospital. Your mom just had a stroke. You're scared. You're alone. You pick up your phone to call the people you thought were your best friends, but nobody answers. That's when you realize the people you drop everything for, they won't even pick up the phone for you. This is what happened to Marcus. Marcus was that friend everyone loved, the guy who always showed up. Need help moving? Marcus is there. Going through a breakup? Marcus will listen all night. Need money? Marcus will lend it even when he doesn't have much himself. He had what he thought were great friends. Jake, his best friend since high school, Alicia, his girlfriend of 4 years, his work buddies who he hung out with every Friday. Life was good. Marcus felt loved. He felt like he had people. But then everything changed, because you don't really know who your friends are until life falls apart. It started with one phone call. Marcus's mom had a stroke. Suddenly, she was in the hospital fighting for her life. Marcus dropped everything. He left work, moved back home to help his dad, and put his whole life on hold. At first, his friends seemed supportive. Jake texted, "Bro, I'm sorry. Let me know if you need anything." Alicia said she'd visit soon. His co-workers sent messages. "Hang in there, man." But then, weeks passed, and the messages stopped. Jake never called. Marcus would text Jake updates about his mom, and Jake would just send back a thumbs-up emoji. That's it, just Alicia? She visited once. She stayed 2 hours, spent most of it on her phone, then left. When Marcus asked if she could come back next weekend, she said, "I don't know. This is just a lot for me." That was a lot. His mom was dying, and it was too much for his girlfriend to handle. His work friends, they stopped inviting him anywhere. He'd see their Instagram stories, laughing at bars, hanging out, without him. Not even a simple, "Hey, how's your mom?" Marcus started feeling really lonely. He'd lie awake thinking, was I ever really their friend, or was I just convenient? Then things got worse. His mom's medical bills started piling up. Insurance didn't cover everything. His dad was struggling. So Marcus did something he hated doing. He asked for help. He called Jake. "Hey man, I hate to ask, but could you lend me a couple $100? Just until I get back on my feet." Silence. Then, yeah, things are tight for me too right now. Sorry. Marcus knew Jake had just bought a brand new gaming setup. He'd posted about it 2 days ago. He texted Alicia, "I really need you right now. Can we talk?" 3 hours later, she replied, "I think we need to take a break. This is affecting my mental health." Marcus just stared at that message. His mom was dying, his world was falling apart, and his girlfriend was worried about her mental health. He felt so alone, so betrayed. Everything he thought was real wasn't real at all. But then, something unexpected happened. Someone knocked on Marcus's door. It was Ryan. Now, Ryan wasn't a close friend. They'd met at a volunteer event a year ago. They'd grab coffee sometimes. Nice guy, but not someone Marcus would call his best friend. Ryan was standing there with 2 bags of groceries in an envelope. "Hey man," Ryan said, "I heard about your mom. I thought you and your dad might need some help." Marcus was shocked. "How did you even know?" "I saw your post a few weeks ago. I didn't want to bother you, but..." Ryan handed him the envelope. "It's not much, but some of us from the volunteer group put some money together. We know medical bills are expensive." Marcus opened it. There was $800 inside. He couldn't speak. He just stood there with tears in his eyes, holding money from people he barely knew. Ryan put his hand on Marcus's shoulder. "You showed up for a lot of people, Marcus. Let us show up for you." That moment changed everything for Marcus. He realized real friends aren't the ones who are there when it's easy. Real friends are the ones who show up when it's hard. Jake, Alicia, his work friends, they loved him when it was fun, when it was easy. But when things got tough, they disappeared. Ryan and those volunteers, they had no reason to help, but they showed up anyway. That's the difference. Marcus's mom recovered. It took months, but she got better. During that time, Marcus changed his life. He stopped being friends with Jake, not because he was angry, but because he finally saw the truth. Their friendship was one-sided. Marcus always gave, Jake always took. And when Marcus needed something, Jake was gone. Alicia reached out months later. She said she missed him and wanted to try again. Marcus said no. He'd learned something important. If someone leaves you when you're struggling, they don't deserve you when you're doing well. His work friends? They kept posting their Friday hangouts. Marcus unfollowed them. He realized they weren't real friends. They just liked having him around for the good times. But Ryan? Marcus and Ryan became real friends. The kind who check in on each other. The kind who show up. The kind who don't disappear when life gets hard. Marcus also reconnected with a few old friends, people who, upon hearing what happened, reached out with genuine care. One of them even helped him get a better job. Slowly, Marcus built a smaller circle, but this time, it was real. He learned, friendship isn't about how many people come to your party, it's about who shows up when there's no party at all. And here's the beautiful part. A year later, Jake went through his own crisis. His girlfriend left him. He lost his job, and suddenly he was reaching out to people for help. But the friends he thought he had, they were just as absent as he'd been for Marcus. Jake called Marcus one night, desperate. Marcus listened. He didn't say, "I told you so." He just said, "I hope you find people who show up for you, man. Everyone deserves that." And he meant it. Marcus realized something important. Hurt people, but healed people, they break the cycle. So here's the lesson. You don't know who your real friends are until life falls apart. The people who love you when it's easy aren't always the ones who'll love you when it's hard. And that's okay, because the ones who stay, the ones who show up when you're at your lowest, those are your real friends. Marcus learned that friendship isn't about how many years you've known someone. It's about the moments. Who answers at 2 a.m.? Who shows up without being asked? Who stays when everyone else leaves? So here's a question for you. If everything in your life fall apart tomorrow, who do you think would truly show up? And just as importantly, are you that person for someone else? Real friendship isn't about being there for the good times. It's about being there when it counts. Leave a comment. Have you ever found out who your real friends were the hard way? I want to hear your story. And if this story hit you, my friend, take a moment, hit that like button, share with someone who needs to hear, and subscribe. We're building a community of people who show up for themselves and others. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.